Katzcradul here. I'm going to cut to the chase this morning. I'm sorry, I had to say that. This is a video response. I was tagged by AdventuresWithDad. I don't remember who the original tag was, who he was tagged by, but they were asking to show your 3 favorite knives, and I'm sure everybody's expecting to see guy knives, hunting knives, that kind of thing. I leave that kind of thing pretty much up to my husband. Certainly my kitchen knives could be used as weapons, and I do know how to use them. So I'm going to show you my 3 favorite knives. Probably in their order. I may show you 4. This is a chef's knife. It's the knife I use most of all. I never go a day without using it, several times a day. I've had this one probably for 25 years. I ordered this one from a company in California called GB Rado and Company. It's an Italian grocery and deli. This knife was specifically designed and made for them. It is a German-made, ice-tempered, no-stain knife. I love it. It has something I look for in all knives that I have, and it's where that the metal goes completely through the entire knife. It is a fine knife. Wherever these, I don't know what these things are called right here that holds it together, goes all the way through, but you can't even feel them. It's so smooth. This is an excellent knife, and it holds its edge very, very well. I don't know if it can pick it up with the camera, but there's two little slight bends in there, and I'm sure it's from hacking at a chicken bone. They've been in there a long time. Love that knife. Knife number 2. Wouldn't be without, because I'm a bread maker. That one right there. It's a serrated knife. Another one that the metal goes all the way through. I don't know who the maker is on this knife, but it's wonderful. Of course, it never goes dull. You can't sharpen it, but it's serrated. Excellent for cutting bread. And I do use it for some other things, like slicing through an orange when you want to break through that membrane. This is an excellent knife. Use them every day. I cut bread with this one every day. This is not an expensive knife. These are expensive knives, and I don't really. I have never bought knives that are in those butcher blocks, that you buy as a set. I like to choose my knife by knife. This knife I got a long time ago, and I don't think it's an expensive knife. It actually came in this sheath that actually has a sharpener built right in, which I really like about it because I can keep this knife very sharp. But this is a great fillet knife when I want to fillet fish, or when I want to cut, when I really need the knife to be flexible and bend and cut around meat on a bone, like carving a ham. This is an excellent knife. It really can get into places, and like I say, it has that flexibility that allows me to really get in there. Here's another knife I use every other day, so I'm sorry I have to go to 4, but that's just the way I am. This little knife right here. I bought this knife probably maybe 10 years ago. It's a 3.5-inch pair. It's the brand name is Katzcradul. It's a no-stained, full-forged knife. The retail on this was probably about $40. It's a nicely weighted knife because of this. The metal goes all the way through. I love this knife. It's a great paring knife. Stays extremely sharp. I bought this one at Bed Bath & Beyond, and when you go to look for these kind of knives, they're locked up. You have to ask for someone to help you and unlock the cabinet where they are. But periodically they run 20% off any one item. When I lived in the city, I looked for those every week or every couple of weeks. Pardon me. And then I'd cut out my coupon and go down there and get whatever I wanted and save a substantial amount of money. So I think this little knife was about $40, but I got it 20% off. Love, love, love it. Honorable mention goes to And without a doubt, absolutely, for the past 30 years, this has been my favorite knife. Pretty ugly, isn't it? And in trying to straighten the point for you today, the tip for you today, if I turn it sideways, you can't even hardly see it. That's how thin it is. Is that amazing? This is a steel knife, I believe. In straightening it for you, you can see I broke the very point of it off today. So now it has a square thing, a square end. My grandfather made this knife a long, long time ago. And I was at my grandmother's probably almost 30 years ago. And he made lots of knives. He made everybody in my family used his knives in the kitchen. They were excellent. He was a welder at Mobile his entire life. That's where he retired from. And he was an excellent craftsman. I'm not sure what this material is down here. It is not wood. It has some kind of fiberglass in it, I think. Incredibly strong. You can see this knife was left in the sink with some water, which is a no-no, and it rusted a little bit. I get that right off with steel wool and shine it up again. This knife is extremely sharp. It holds an edge, something fierce. But I was at my grandmother's house, and my grandmother says, "Honey, you've got to make me another knife because I'm going to throw this one away." And she got ready to throw it in the trash, and I yelled and said, "Give me that knife. I love that knife." You can see that he had put an edge on that so many times. Look how narrow that is, that it was so narrow, and she just didn't want it anymore. She knew he could make her a new one. She had a whole rack. She had one of those little magnetic racks where you just stick your knives to it, and she had a whole bunch of them, but so she didn't need this one. She's going to throw it away. I said, "Give me that knife." And I took it home, and I've babied it and loved it ever since, and probably still will. I may try to make that a little better on the end. I'm pretty much the only one who uses it because I think it's probably pretty dangerous being as narrow it is, but you talk about cut. I love that knife, and I absolutely would give anything if he not only were still here but could make me some more of these. So anyway, that's my pick. A chef's knife, a serrated knife, a fillet knife, and a great parer. Everybody needs those 4 knives in their kitchen. If you don't have them, go get them. Save up. Don't buy the cheap stuff. It's not worth it. They don't hold their edge. And if you buy these kind of knives, you will have them forever. So I'm not going to tag anybody because, frankly, I hate being tagged. Adventures with Dad, I just did it because I love you. Anyway, anybody who wants to make a response to this, I'd certainly love to see it, but I'm not going to put you under the pressure of tagging anybody. Hope you have a great day. Katzcradul. I had this sitting right here on the table and completely forgot to show you. I had an order come in yesterday, and here's what I got. That big old jug of maple syrup. This was an order I placed with New England cheese making supply company who I love to do business with, but we've been wanting some maple syrup, and they had a good price on it. Good is a relative term. We did have to take out a second mortgage in order to buy that gallon jug. Just kidding, but it's not cheap. And I also bought some natural beeswax so that I can make some salves with some herbs that I've been wanting to do. And you need that 100% all-natural beeswax to do that with. And I also bought this cheese wax. I saw where somebody, a fairly prominent prepper, is going to be charging folks to show them how to wax their cheese, and I just want to save you the expense if I can, because I'll show you for free. So don't pay for any video of somebody showing you how to wax cheese, because I'm about to do it probably next week, but I had to wait for this order to come in because I'm very low on cheese wax. But look for that to come out. A waxing cheese video. I could show you how to save a lot of money by buying your hard cheeses, your cheddars and Swiss cheeses, those kind of hard cheeses on sale, and then waxing them and making them shelf stable for years and years to come. It is a great skill to know how to do, and it makes an awesome cheese. You can buy a regular cheddar cheese in the grocery store today, wax it yourself, put it on your shelf, and wait a year, and then have the most delicious